friend of the program, 13-year NBA vet, man who traveled to Indianapolis, Indiana yesterday alongside his co-host of the Knuckleheads podcast, Darius Miles. Ladies and gentlemen, super smart guy, huh? Q Rich.
Yeah.
Hey, Q. Oh, how you doing, Q? How's it going?
What's going on? It's going good for me, man. I'm great.
No, yeah, I just thought maybe you saw what happened in that game last night and thought to yourself, you know what, I felt the energy of those people yesterday. I got a chance to be boots on the ground in that arena. Maybe this entire time I should have been showing a little bit more love to this Indiana Pacers team. How do you feel about last night, and what do you think happens for the rest of the series, Q?
Hey, listen, I felt like first of all, yesterday was awesome, man. Appreciate you and the boys for having me come out. That was dope. Me and Black had a dope time, amazing time, kicking it with the fellas. Boots on the ground, as you said. But, nah, man, they did what they had to do. And if you look at it, we always talked about everybody is a lightning rod, whether Tyrese is a superstar or whatever. How many points does he need to get? Last night, 22, 11, and 9. And you know the record when he gets over 20. So I think, I was listening to Magic Johnson said earlier. Magic said you got to kind of listen to it. He needs to be more of a scorer in this series. Still doing his just distributing thing, but he needs to try to be more aggressive like he was last night. I think everybody saw the difference in him, just the way he played last night in front of that crowd. The crowd was amazing. Like you guys said, they brought the noise. I felt them.
Okay, I like that. Through the screen, you felt it.
Good.
I like that because we were feeling it in there, and we were all locked in. Ty felt it today as well, because of what he was able to accomplish last night. There was early in the first quarter, Tyrese has a shot right inside the logo. Has certainly made it before. And he had a shot, thought about taking it, then he passed it. And we were like, oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Like, that was in the first quarter. I wanted to, yell at Tyrese and be like, hey.
Maybe think about having one here.
Yeah.
Let's maybe have one. Let's think about having one.
Let's have a few here. And instead, he set up somebody else to have a wide open shot or whatever. And then you saw him settle in and be like, okay, here we go. I'm finding time. And the way Carlisle was getting him free, the picks that they were setting, they did the elbow pick and roll with the big guy. There was a lot of movement kind of happening for Tyrese to get some separation, get some opportunities. And I love watching him take advantage of it. What do you expect out of tomorrow? Oklahoma City hasn't lost back-to-back games since, 2024 or something like that, Q?
Yeah, that's the one stat that stands out in my head. So I feel like obviously tomorrow will be a bounce back game. They're gonna try and bounce back strong. I felt like the Pacers did a great job, man, of tiring SGA out. I've never really seen him bent over holding the shorts like that, and he looked fatigued to me. So I mean the fact.
Oh shit!
It was an earthquake in here.
Yeah, I got you.
But no, the fact that it's only one day in between. I mean, to me, the Pacers need to try to take advantage of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go right back at it. Get after him. Get guys up into him. Guys with pressuring him, making everything as difficult as possible for him. And I think even like you said, they hadn't had those plays where if the Thunder score, they still get a quick run out. They got those plays yesterday. The Thunder could score, then we right back running back down y'all back and scoring. So I think all of those things tied in with the crowd and the atmosphere, man, I think they really got a chance to try and break that streak tomorrow. But we know that after a loss, they win big. The Thunder have historically since the 2024.
Q Rich just can't.
Not trying to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, he just can't. He just can't get it. He just can't get his lips to say it. Yep. He just can't get his lips to say it. Go ahead, AJ.
Q, are there big adjustments that can be made? Like, say, if you're Oklahoma City, can they do I don't know, schematically or with your personnel? Can you change much in the middle of a series that can, hopefully turn the tide in their favor if they want it?
Absolutely you can. I mean, just like Pat just said, Tricky Ricky is what UD called him. He did a great job for Game 3, doing different things to get Tyrese freed up to where they couldn't be as much into his body. He came off the ball, he ran off screen, they set screens up the court where he didn't have to worry about being hounded the whole way. So, I mean, the same way with SGA, man, he's such a prolific scorer. And he himself, I've heard him talk about how he dissects each game and heard the coach talk about how he breaks down games after games and he's able to separate things. So I think, overall they'll do their due diligence to try and come back this next game and look a lot different than they did last night.
Coach Daggs is a great coach. We expect him to make some plays. Coach Carlisle also the same damn thing. And it's a nice battle.
He's awesome.
He is.
Awesome.
He really
Carlisle is the man.
He really is. UD told a story about the zone or whatever that Carlisle dropped him into whenever he was with the Mavs and how, for whatever reason, we just couldn't crack this zone.
And that was a long time ago. And this is 2025 now. That was either 06 or 11 when he did that to them. And, I said it, man. Carlisle has been a great coach for a long, long time, and like when he's done, he's gonna go down as one of the best.
And we hope that when he's done, the last three quarters I guess that he wears, because that's kind of his thing, is a Pacers one.
Yeah.
We love him in this city, and I think he embodies everything that this city likes about basketball. Hard-nosed, accountability, smart basketball. And also, we don't pout. There's no pouting. No pouting. Somebody scores on us, we're running that shit the other way. Pascal is a problem. When he gets running,
Gazelle.
He's behind the other team. And Tyrese's first thought is, how do we get full court to Pascal? It is a beautiful thing. Now, it doesn't matter who goes off for the Pacers. That's kind of been the story of this particular Pacers team. Last night, leading scorer, a man that doesn't get enough credit. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Q-Rich. Ben Mathurin took over the game last night every time he was on the court. So now at this point, OKC has one game where their bench has kind of won them the game, and you could argue that the Pacers bench obviously won them the game last night with his performance amongst some other guys. Will the Thunder be very conscious of like, hey, we can't let this guy do this again, or do you think this was just like an otherworldly performance from him? Because we know he is a bucket getter when he gets minutes, but do you see him having another impact like this on Friday, maybe potentially?
I don't know that he has another 27-point night, but I mean, since he's come in the league from day one, man, he's not lacked any confidence. This kid has come in, he's got the body of a grown man from day one. He doesn't back down from anybody, and like I said, he doesn't lack confidence. So I don't think he's shy, like lacking belief in himself at all. So I think he comes in and he plays a certain way. He plays that way, like you said. He's a bucket getter. He's always looking to score. The other game, he came in and 13 minutes and had 21 of these games. I don't know if it was this series or the series before,
Next.
Yeah, he can put the ball in the bucket. So I mean, I definitely think that the Thunder will be more conscientious about him and pay more attention to him when he comes in the game, because he's had the ability that when he comes in, he's instant offense. Just add him to the mix and he gonna get it in.
They can focus on Ben, and then look out. There's an exciting white coming through. AP Tone has a question for you.
There is a 6-foot exciting white from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, out of Duquesne University, TJ McConnell. How do NBA players feel about going up against TJ McConnell, who he's a junkyard dog, he's a lunch pail kid, he's a coach's kid, he's gonna work hard. He stole 3 inbounds passes. He had 5 steals total, I think. He set it for the first time ever, 10-5-5. How do other NBA players feel about a guy like TJ McConnell just dominating last night?
He's the guy that you hate to play against, but you love to have on your team. And even when he's on your team, you hate to play against him in practice. You only want him on your team and on your team only. He is like the gnat at the barbecue. He's never going to stop. He's never going to go away. And I said this yesterday when we were on the show. I said, listen, he's the dude. He's a fan favorite. He doesn't have to score 20 or 30. He can get in there and get a steal, dive for a pass. The crowd is going to explode and erupt, and everybody's going to go crazy. And those type of things have the propensity to propel a team forward. And he's been that guy since he was in Philly or wherever other stops he's at. Because I remember when I was in Detroit with Stan Van Gundy, and Stan used to hear Stan God damn it, TJ McConnell. And it would be yes, TJ McConnell just came in and flipped the whole table on our game and ruined the game, and now we lose. That's what he does.
So right there at the end of the half, he had the ball, and Tyrese is on the court. I forget who. I think Pascal was on the court, and it was a play for TJ McConnell to end the half. And he gets to his mid-range spot. He'll dribble into the paint, somehow find some space. He'll get lost in the sauce somewhere. Coach's kid, I think he understands basketball pretty well. And then he has this little mid-range fade that he always makes, seemingly.
Yeah.
And that's how we ended the half.
Yeah.
And I was so impressed that TJ was given the keys. Yeah, here it is, 10 seconds left. Go ahead, TJ. Tyrese is running on the screen. Go ahead, TJ McConnell. Why don't you take us into half here, bud? It's wild. And I think at the end of another quarter, he was handing the ball and he threw a fucking Hail Mary and missed everything entirely, hit somebody in the front row. But it was still he is given a lot of the keys to the offense. Carlisle has a lot of trust. The boys have a lot of trust. And when he gets in there and he starts bopping that wood, he starts bopping that wood, the place goes berserk. And here's the stat that Tone was mentioning there. 10 points, 5 assists, 5 still games off the bench. First time ever in NBA Finals. I did see a lot of people underneath that say, we're just making up stats now. Yeah. It's like, well, that's a good one.
First time ever.
That's first time ever, brother.
I think that speaks directly to what UD was talking about when it comes to Coach Carlisle. I mean, to have a guy like TJ McConnell, like you said, Tyrese is right there next to him, and he's got an ISO going, and he's got a Olympian next to him, and he's going about his business like, no, I'm about to go do my thing and get my bucket. And I think that speaks to how your coach has empowered these guys. And, for a guy like Ben to constantly come off the bench and have the supreme confidence that when I get the ball, it's about to be my time. I'm about to go to work, get into my mid-range, get to the basket, whatever. That speaks to the confidence. That didn't just happen overnight. It didn't just flip on as a switch. That happened throughout the whole year in the season, in practices and games over and over of not only the Coach Carlisle, but the whole staff, empowering those guys, telling them that's the shot you can make. Take that shot, do this, do that. And now you see it's just instinct. When those guys get in, they going.
The bench won us that game. I think that is very evident. But winning that game has big implications on the entire series. I think it's like the stat. We all saw it. You win game 3 and you go up 2-1 or something in the finals. You win 80% of the time. That's a wild stat. That is a wild stat. That is a big number. I guess it has to mean something. But the next game, in my eyes, let's think about having one here. Yeah. Connor has a question for you, Q.
Yeah, Q, Rich, with just one day in between, kind of a quick turnaround before Game 4, do you think the Pacers are kind of looking at this game with kind of a higher intensity? Do you think they'll treat it more so like a Game 7 just because, if it's 3-1 and you're coming back to Indy, knowing that you can kind of not take Game 5 off, but knowing, hey, if you lose Game 5 and this goes 3-2, we're coming back home. Do you think they're looking at this with a little bit more of, hey, this is almost a must-win game for us, or do you think it's just kind of another day at the mill?
No, I think Coach Carlisle is definitely pressing that point, and I think the players actually know, man. They know what it's like to go into that arena and have to play in OKC, and they know how it would be going in there if they up 3-1 as opposed to tied up, because now the pressure is against the wall, and it's a lot of numbers that come into the factor as far as percentages of who wins the series if they go up 3-1 and all of those things too. So those go along with it. So for them, I know they have to have that urgency, knowing that we got a chance to get another one on our home floor. And when they stole Game 1, I think they knew that the Game 3 and 4 were going to be important for them to try and win this series.
All right, Q Rich, who's going to win the series?
Hey man, I'm coming a little closer, but I gotta go with OKC right now, man. I think they get Game 4, and then it's gonna be the best out of 3, and they have the home court advantage. 2 of those final 3 will be on their court. So right. I know you guys don't want to hear that. For the record, again, I don't have a horse in the race, so I wasn't upset last night when Indy won. I was at home. I loved it. It was a great game. I enjoyed the game. Yeah. High competition. That's all I asked for. I'm not out here. I might be different if the Magic were in it because, I do some broadcasting for the Magic, so I do a little homework for them.
Yeah, we know that's not. Yeah, we know that's not going to happen.
Never.
Yeah.
That's how you going to do City Beautiful.
I love Orlando, though. I do love Orlando.
I'm on fire.